Welcome to the Success Resequencing Project. I'm Debbie Ponticus.
And I'm Jenn Newman.
Join us as we challenge the traditional definitions of success so you can build a fulfilling path of your own.
Get ready for inspired, candid conversations while gaining tools, inspiration, and confidence to create your own authentic success story.
Hello, hello.
Hi. Raindrops on roses, whiskers on kittens.
Yeah, these are a few of my favorite things.
Fabulous.
Yes. So when you were a kid, like what were some of your favorite toys? What were some of your go-to, like if media? I know we didn't prep for this. So like what first jumps to your head?
Well, I remember my vintage cash register. My grandfather took me to pick it out myself, and I got the old school drugstore kind with the numbers in the top. I had a play phone, my cash register. I had carbon copied receipt books and multiple pens, markers, all the supplies. Yep. And I would play Office in my room.
I love that. We would have been like such best friends when we were kids. Like, cause that's like my favorite thing to do was we had it wasn't like a vintage one, but like a play school or whatever that toy brand was. Yeah. Register with the fake money. And we had the restaurant tab.
Had those too.
Ripped out, where you could take an order.
Where you took the orders.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And would love to just go around and play store, right? Or restaurant.
And would you like take the stuff, like I would pretend that I had the scanner, and then I would tally everything up and oh my God, I would.
The boop. And I would like boop, make the noises and everything.
100%.
Mm-hmm. So much that like even in high school, when I got my first job or in college when I was working, like I loved working the register.
Same. That was my favorite thing to do. My first job was at Super D Drugs. And I was a pharmacy assistant. And so there I was at 16 years old, bagging all the prescriptions, right, and putting them in their things. And I got to have the register. And that was dreamland. And then I worked in a gift shop after that, worked at Bath and Body Works.
Can we bring back registers for our business? Like, wouldn't that be just so gratifying?
I
feel like sit down.
Your total is $2,995,000.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. Like, and then the receipts coming out. The
best. And I absolutely had the adding machine. With the receipts because that was just way too cool. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Anything that even remotely smelled like an office supply. That was my euphoria as a kid.
Yep.
Yeah. And I had my other toys per se, but everything it was all roads led to make believe.
Yes. Yes. And make believe of like business. Like we were.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then I also went through a phase where it was all teaching. So I set my room up with multiple centers and had like the border that for bulletin boards. Yeah. I did it all around my room and had like, the fact my mom let me do that is really kind of amazing.
I love that.
But yes.
Well, I love all about that and love just the favorite things. I thought, what could we talk about today that would be like some kind of a value add to our listeners from a business standpoint of, growing your business and marketing and all of that. And I thought, let's talk about some of our favorite things.
Great. Let's talk about every office supply that we have.
Yes. Let's talk about Office Depot and Office Max.
100%.
That you need at least 65 dry erase markers.
Yes.
And erasers.
Yes.
And
my tool pens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tool pens are my absolute favorite. TUL.
Oh.
Their gel ink pens are my favorite.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go ahead and list that, although not practical when it comes to like making my business more efficient.
No, listen.
But that is really my favorite pen.
Yeah.
It used to be a Staples brand pen that I used for years. They discontinued them. I was very sad. And so then I found the tool pens. They're the best.
All right. So let's do that. Let's go through like our top 3, like things that if you were to go into Office Depot or Office Max, what even exists anymore? I don't even know what Office Store exists anymore.
They both do.
Okay. Or Amazon or whatever. But
going into a store. Touch, feel, smell.
Go into the store.
Yes.
Like what are the things?
Like would you have bought Mr. Sketch markers if you couldn't smell them? No, you had to smell them in the store, get the stuff on the bottom. You get on your nose and be like, that's the sign of a good.
When you're like,
oh my God, totally. Totally. With the big fat metal barrel.
Oh, yeah. I still have one of those.
Whiteout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. That was a thing.
Whiteout. Okay. So what are your top 3 things you go and buy at the office supply store?
Index cards, tool pens, and I love a good Bic highlighter. But it has to be yellow only. This color bullshit, no. Yellow.
See, I'm a color one.
I do not like
color
it.
Coordinating.
I don't like the colored highlighter. It bothers me. Yellow all the way. And index cards and pens.
Okay. What are you using index cards for?
I will jot notes on them.
Okay.
I prefer them to sticky notes.
Okay.
I have multiple sizes.
Okay.
Ranging from a little square, like 1x1, all the way to like 6x9 inch index cards.
I did not even know they made like little 1x1 index cards.
FYI, they make them sticky.
So it kind of is a sticky note,
but it's
an
thick,
index card.
like an index card.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I love this. So my top 3 would be, highlighters.
Okay.
But I am a color coder with the highlighters.
So walk me through with the highlight. Like what's your correlation? I mean, you've got neon colors.
Yeah.
But you
so
don't
I can't
have
do the
neon
green because green covers over words. Like you can't see it.
I feel the same way with the blue.
Blue, same. But pink I can
is
do
great.
And orange. So
and
yellow
orange.
and orange are kind of like my go-to.
All right.
And then pink if I need that third color.
Okay. What's the priority between the two?
Yellow's top.
Amen. What's orange?
Orange is next.
Okay. So you prioritize like order or priority.
Right. Yes. So it's like, if I'm doing my to-do list for the 10th time in one day, and then I'm like, now I'm still feeling it. What should I focus on?
Okay.
Right. So then I go for the yellow.
Okay.
And then I do the yellow on, if I can accomplish these 5 things, top priority, great.
Yep.
And then I'll go to like the orange to be like, would be nice if.
Or could go to tomorrow.
But yes, but a lot of it is like, I have to kind of compartmentalize them for today. Like, what can I do today? So yellow is like my top 5. Like, I can knock these out. These are the have tos. Yeah. Right. And then the orange is like, would be really cool if I could get these done today. And then pink, I don't bring it in a lot, because it's just, but every once in a while I'll bring in pink if I'm like,
or do you feel like,
and I need one more color, like to try.
Do you ever substitute the pink for the orange if you're like, I'm feeling fancy today, so today it's yellow and pink?
Yeah. Well, and then if my orange like dries out, then I have to go to the pink.
You got to have the alternate. It's the backup. But blue and green should be banned.
They should be banned. You can't read through them. No.
They're bullshit.
Yeah. So, but then I leave blank everything that I know is like not happening.
Okay.
Yeah. So then it's no
highlight.
So
those highlighters. Okay.
I am a sucker for Post-it notes.
You love Post-it notes.
I love me some Post-it notes. Like legit love me some Post-it notes. But I haven't bought many lately because I had some old ones that I had put like an old logo on and bought like 7,000 of them. So now I'm just working my way through. But so Post-it notes, highlighters, and then I love to organize in folders.
Yes.
So like, and now my the ones that I just got, which I'm so in love with, are like a plastic folder.
That's what I have.
And they're black. And I'm writing with a white chalk marker on the tab. Because
then you can wipe them off.
Yep. And I just set up a new like little organization area by my desk because I was feeling overwhelmed. So, all my to-do notes or Post-it notes weren't enough. I was like, no, I need to put this on a board somewhere. So then I got like this was Pottery Barn, which has a super cute file where it's the 3, like a doctor's office, right? Where you put your files.
Yes.
So it's like the top for me is like, that's stuff that's out there, but not happening yet.
Okay.
Middle is like, we're actively like working with these people, all that. And then my bottom is we're in escrow. Right.
You know what? I actually really appreciate that because I have the plastic sleeves that I put all my prospects or all under, everyone goes in there. So no matter where they are in the process. And those came in yellow, red, primary colors.
Right.
Except I I didn't break them out into like green means were active. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever one was there, I put them in. And my Virgo spidey sense went off this weekend. I was like, oh, that's feeling uncomfortable for me. I need to convert to a tiered folder system. I might go that direction.
It's
even
really,
if they're color-wise not consistent. At least they're where they are.
Much because I'm like you and I, again, same person. Like I have those plastic sleeves and I love them, but I never took the time to color convert, prioritize. But it was like, I went back, I've been trying to find a system where back when I was trying to get into grad school and I would go into the office of the admissions.
To your advisor?
Yeah, to the advisor. Just trying to, bribe my way into business school, basically. Because I could not pass that freaking test. But anytime she had like the system and she had the folders and it was mine's vertical, but hers was horizontal.
Yeah.
And so I just noticed she had like, these were the folders to review. These ones had been reviewed. These were pending admittance. And I was like, it stuck with me. And because I just like to see things in sequence. So finally, I was just feeling really overwhelmed with everything and my things. And you know what else is that I didn't like about the plastic things?
Yeah.
Is they're vertical.
That is true. They're not horizontal.
And they're not horizontal. And so it was like, and there was just no real good way to organize them. And then they were kind of flimsy.
They're flimsy. That is the piece where I will say that stresses me out.
Yeah.
And when I'm done with them, what I'm realizing is I actually miss good old school manila folders.
Yeah.
Meaning that I can staple stuff into the folder. It all goes in there. And then when it's done, I can file it. What I'm realizing is right now, those plastic ones, I can't file it.
Yeah, they're like too big. They're too...
Well, it's not even so much size. It's like the whole point is for them to be reusable.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, that's not working out.
Yeah.
So it's time for an upgrade.
Yeah.
But you're still using reusable folders.
I'm still using reusable folders.
They're plastic and you're writing on them.
And then I'm writing on them. So that then I have the tier. And then right next to it, I got like a matching. It was like the size is exactly the same as the tiered folder thing.
Nice.
So next to it is just a whiteboard.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, I was trying to find a magnetic one because my mindset was I was going to write on my to-dos and then I was going to like move them around as I cause instead of erasing and rewriting, I was going to write my to-do.
I love you for that.
You're right.
But
and
so then you tipped the scales there.
Yeah. Well, and I tried it. It was like, listen, it's too much. It's a bit much. So I just then got some really cool, this is so funny.
Thumbtacks?
No, the tape, the scrapbook tape.
Totally. The washi tape.
The washi tape. And then I created like 6 sections with washi tape. So now I have like same thing. Like I've written down like prospects, actives, but more detail like closing date and whatever kind of a thing. So on the left side of the board is like that. And then on the right side of the board, it's like the top right hand is like home stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. Then the middle is like TSRP, which is short for Success Resequencing Project, that area. And then the bottom area is for the consulting project that I'm doing.
Yes.
So it's like now I have a visual.
You can see where everything is. I mean,
it's so good.
Look, imitation is the
best. Listen,
okay, so
I'm sharing this because it's
home,
an amazing.
Yeah.
I'll send you the
link.
I'll send you the link to these things, but they're amazing.
I'm loving the idea of the white chalk marker on the folder. That's really satisfying.
Right? Because listen, I need it to look good.
Amen. Because my brain, when the folders are messy or they're visually stimulating, that is very difficult for my brain to process. It has to be orderly and neat. And when it's not, that is why the pile of the plastic folders is sitting there and I'm frustrated because I'm like, this doesn't work for me.
Right. Because you can't compartmentalize it. You don't know what the mess is about.
Virgo.
So also just keep in mind that as real estate agents, you can apply for a business account at Pottery Barn, which also gives you a 20% discount for all of their brands. West Elm, Pottery Barn.
What?
Yep. Did I just rock your world? Yes.
You're telling me?
Yes. And you definitely need this because you're doing all your staging stuff. Yes. 20% off.
Elizabeth, did we take this note? And just like that. Wow.
Yes. So all the brands,
yes.
Which is what the rejuvenation.
Yes.
Which is great for the gardening stuff, by the way.
Ooh.
Williams Sonoma.
Which is my heaven on earth.
Pottery Barn Keenes.
Is CB2 also part of? No, that's Crate and Barrel.
That's
the Crate and Barrel derivative.
I feel like there's a lot of brands that you can get that 20% discount
and
for.
It's just a business discount. Done. Okay. Yeah. Well, the more you know.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So anyway, so that was
that's how you got your bulletin board, or you got your file sorter.
File sorter and the matching
whiteboard. Because you were able to get that at the PB with your discount.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was like, here's the thing. It's like form to function, right? Like, but it needs to look good. And I didn't want to just slap a whiteboard on my wall. I was like, no,
mine's like framed.
I know.
My bulletin board that I had for years, actually, I still have it. It's in a closet right now. I haven't hung it back up, but it's like a fabric with a very aesthetically pleasing fabric to it and a very beautiful frame. No, we don't hang ugly shit on the wall.
No, because that is so not inspiring.
And that'll also stress me out.
Yes. So I needed it to look good. And honestly, I was inspired a lot by your new office because like when we do Zoom calls and all that, and I'm looking at your office, like she is like it's like so pretty. Like it looks
a pretty room, isn't it?
And I'm like, well, I need, behind me is like my kids' desks and stuff. So it's not like super cute and all of that.
Note to self. Okay. Everybody that you're listening, Debbie's home is stunning and her office is beautiful. So I'm not exactly sure why she feels the need to apologize for that. It's beautiful.
Thank you. But you have like, I've got my kids' stuff on the wall behind me but you've got like this beautiful like bookshelf and like artwork candles and
that's true.
And all that. So I was just saying like I wanted something.
I'm feral in front of it. So then that's why we need the pretty backdrop.
This is harmony. We just talk about that.
Yes.
So that's fulfilled my like, oh my gosh, now I feel like I have pretty organization.
It's the best feeling. Like literally you get excited to go to your desk every day.
Yeah. And now I have my little, it's just great.
Oh, it's so great. Good.
It's so good. So that's, I highly recommend that. So
okay. So hold on. Let's go back.
Okay.
You marker or highlighters and Post-it notes.
Yes.
But what was the third thing?
It was the folders.
Oh, it was the folders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need a good organizational folder. And I used to do the ones, they're blue and there's like multiple tabs inside 100%. And you need the 2-hole punch for the top. So
I won't lie. I do love those so much. And you can write on them because there's note sections. And
But it was, to me, it was like, I started using those when I first started in the real estate business because it allowed you to compartmentalize all the paperwork you were trying to keep a track of. Like, here's the inspection reports and here's the this and all that. So those are also a good, and I probably have like 80 of those somewhere in the house. I
won't lie. I may have to go back to it. It's just, I have my book, I carry my book with me everywhere I go and I put everything there. What I'm realizing is that there are just certain file specific things that need to go in the file for that client.
Yeah.
And, it's different. We've gotten away from all the paper copies. We're doing all these digital things now, which is fine, but I still
I have to have paper stuff. So it's like I'm always printing off just some of my go-to information, like the MLS sheet or the monsoon printout, just so I have. And then like when I take notes or they do showings,
totally.
I keep rack crack.
Same.
I keep rack crack. Yeah, I keep rack crack. I keep track. I'm getting like cotton mouth. So it's like words are not coming up like dry. Need to drink water. But yeah, so that's kind of like, those are my go-to kind of organizational.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then my book, right?
Oh yeah. Gotta have the book. The book The book is life.
Yes. Okay. So those are kind of like tangible business supplies.
Great.
What about like digital or like, what are your favorite business organizational like softwares, I guess you could say?
Ooh, this is tough for me. Honestly. Don't say ChatGPT. No, but although I do appreciate it. I do love ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm also finding out that my politeness to ChatGPT is like killing the planet. So that was really disappointing to me. I'm serious. Nick, our producer, is like, yes, did you know that if you say like, thanks, chat, or really appreciate it, chat, it's actually the energy that it expels. It's actually killing the planet by doing that. Like it's a water issue because of the towers and right? Am I understanding this correctly?
Wait, what?
It's correct. And so if it has something to do with this, will you ask ChatGPT?
Yeah, ask ChatGPT how are we killing the planet? Nice to it is killing.
Because I thank it and I talk to it. Yeah. It's actually, I just feel bad. It gives me this information. I need to go research
like what that's all about.
Yeah, you'll see. It's a very quick search. Okay. I do love ChatGPT for certain things. It's a great memory jogger or like helping me put things in order, like giving me good prompts, right? The prompts are really helpful for me. Yeah. So I do love that. I do appreciate, and I do have a special place in my heart for Canva.
Yeah.
But I am blessed to have a graphic designer that can generate all the most perfect things ever. So it's always there for a good backup.
Yeah.
But I don't use it the way I used to.
But I will say, if you can't afford or don't have a graphic designer, then Canva's amazing.
Amazing resource.
Great resource.
Oh, it's such a good resource. Organization. Ooh. I mean, I'm a Dropbox girl through and through. I can't imagine not having my files. But I will say, and I do love Trello. Lizzie and I use Trello. And visually, that's helpful for me.
Okay. Is that like a project management software?
Yes. And I appreciate it because it goes by boards. And so you can have it's very akin to what we just talked about. For a visual organization place, I really like its capabilities. I would say that's where I kind of tap out. I got to say, at the end of the day, I'm pretty old school. Yeah. I like my paper files. I like the way my email's organized. Like, I'm very organized. The more apps I find, the more rabbit hole and reinventing the wheel there is. And I don't like that.
Yeah. So for me, I think that you got to have a good CRM.
Fair.
So that
referral maker. Yes.
Yep. So we use the real estate referral maker one. But if you don't have a good CRM, then that's probably the first thing I would tell anyone to go out and invest in that works to your industry.
Whatever industry.
Whatever your industry is, find the one that's the easiest to use, the easiest to understand, and tracks the most important data for you.
Yeah, because the one you use the most is the best one for you.
Yes, and I feel like no matter what, you're going to find one that has more things than you need it to have. Yes. Don't get bogged down into that. Just focus on the things that you need to track.
Yep.
And then do that. Like, I'm so glad that I've did that from the very beginning, because now I can go back and track all my numbers for the past 10 years and if I'm starting to wander a certain way, I just go, let me go back and look at the data. Oh, yep, here's the data.
Totally.
So that to me is huge. I really like the email software. So like Flodesk, which you turned me on to.
I love Flodesk so much. I forgot about that. Yeah, I was thinking too organizationally. No,
it's all right. It's all right. That's why we're here together.
That's right.
Teamwork makes the dream.
It does.
So Flodesk to me is it's so beautiful, and the templates are so nice. Yeah. In the real estate world, there's a new software, it's probably not new, but I've been introduced to another software called Rechat, which is very similar. It's bit template based and all this, but I still got to go back to Flodesk. It's like, man, it's just so pretty. And what's so great is, depending on your industry, there's probably people out there that have created templates in Flodesk that you can purchase or whatever. Yes. So if you are not good or even enjoy the creative side of it, there's probably someone. Or you can go to, what's that online resource where you can, Fiverr or something like that. I guarantee you, if you just put in Flodesk templates for seconds. What, right? So, so that Canva, and then, I'd probably say, other than that, just software wise, Canva, I definitely utilize that when I need to. Yeah. And I'm like, going back on the AI and the ChatGPT thing, like, I do incorporate that and use that. In fact, we use it even in our podcast sometimes. So, and to me, I go to it when it's you doing something that will take you an hour to do, when it'll crank something out in 30 seconds. To me, it's a no-brainer to start incorporating AI into your business that way, but understand that you still have to go back and put in now, which is also crazy. The more you put into it and the more you type, and it starts to learn how
you should
your
see
language
my ChatGPT now. It's hysterical.
And so it will start to write for you
not
exactly
only that,
how you would write.
It knows Jim. It knows Lila. It knows my team. It knows the members on my team. It knows where I live. It's kind of scary. I look at it. I have nothing to hide, but it's like, I just look at it as a tool. It's that extra set of support. And I don't use it to there's nothing that I write. I don't copy and paste ChatGPT, but I love it when I say, hey, chat, I hope you're having a great day. I'm sorry I just killed another part of the planet, but would it be okay? Can we talk through some organizational methods for me to manage 4 businesses? Yeah. And it'll spit out how to do that in a really digestible way. And you know what it does? It calms me down.
Yeah. Well, it relieves from me a lot of the pressure of trying to grow and do bigger things, because there's literally nothing that it can't do or help you do.
Correct.
Right? So when you are, oh my gosh, I'm going to take on this new project. I need a business plan. Oh, wait, can you write me a business plan for XYZ with these 3 things? And I need it to focus on, and then boom, it's done. And you're like,
yes.
Why? And now you go back and you refine and you tweak
of
and
course.
all that. But half of it for me is overthinking,
it's
just getting the initial
overthinking of
step.
the start. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's really good for
that's where I'm
overthinkers.
like, okay, it is such a great tool too.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I will admit, I use it for social media. I use it for property descriptions. I use it for helping me write market updates. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm telling it what to write, but it writes it better than I would. Does
you know
that
what
make
I
sense?
love about it? I'm a little weird about wordsmithing things, right? So I will talk to it, but what I love is when I've taken something, for example, in our MLS, when we have the cap on the 800 characters, and I will have a long form of something and I'll say, hey, chat, I hope you're having a great day. Would it be possible for you, if you don't mind, could you help me refine this property description into 800 characters or less?
Yep.
When I'm just at a log jam, when I can't seemingly get it to where I need it to be, that blows my mind. That feature.
Oh my gosh.
After you're
saying you're talking to it.
Yeah.
When you say you're talking, you're typing, or do you actually voice talk into it?
I don't voice talk.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm talking to it because I'm chatting with it.
But I just didn't realize, I didn't know if there was another feature I was not aware of.
I have not been
that
verbally.
you can just like click the microphone.
There is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
This do it every morning for an hour, and I think he's kind of.
Oh
yeah, our producer Nick is
yeah.
is regaling us with stories of other people who like talk to ChatGPT, like get up in the morning, have coffee, like, hey, chat, what's up?
He only likes it more than his wife.
Oh no.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, if he's killing the planet more than me,
it's
all I
not
want to
you,
say,
Jen. By saying thank you and please, that is not you killing the planet.
This? You heard it here first.
It's the other people that are like literally turning it into a BFF.
Right. Yeah. We're not at that level.
No,
we are at a very formal level still. But the funny thing, a quick tangent. I had to sing a few weeks ago a parody for a Star Wars concert, and I've never seen Star Wars. None of them.
What?
I know. I was born in 1976 and I've never seen Star Wars. It is now almost like my mission to not see it because I've not seen it.
This is ridiculous.
So I know enough of the basics, right?
I mean,
it's
just living life,
part of our
basics.
exactly. It's definitely part of our cultural footprint here. Okay, great. Well, I say to chat, I'm like, hey, chat, it's Jen. FYI, I'm a singer and I have to sing this parody called Vader Did You Know, which was set to the tune of Mary Did You Know.
Oh my God.
And I understood some of it, but I didn't understand things like moisture farming. Like I didn't understand what that was. So I said, hey, chat, would it be possible for you to walk me through a play-by-play of all 6 movies so that I can have some semblance of understanding? It went so far, chat went so far. First of all, it was one of the most hysterical back and forths that I have ever seen. It went so far is to write my bio, my singing bio, in a parody of Star Wars. We went back and forth. It was wishing me luck. It then asked me how I did. Chatty chat GPT. My daughter, we laugh about the misspell of chat came into char in her group text. And so everybody now says, hey, char. So that's what I lovingly say about chat. Anyway, that being said, it gave me the best play-by-play. I was like, I'm sorry, chat. I just don't understand this moisture farming. Can you break it down? Totally broke it down for me.
Oh my gosh.
So I was able to sing the parody in front of many people and not feel like a complete idiot.
Yeah. You could feel what you were singing because you understood. Thanks, chat.
So we talked New House Real Estate Team and Vader Did You Know? Like we've got.
That's awesome.
May we all be that flexible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we need to do a series of these types of episodes because I feel like we've just scratched the surface on Jen's relationship with her ChatGPT. But
yes,
but also our favorite things.
Favorite things.
So let's recap. So we say must-haves is going to be highlighters,
pens,
index
and
what was
cards.
the pen again?
Tulle, T-U-L.
Okay, Tulle pens.
Medium point. Do not go with the fine.
Gel? Is it?
It's a gel pen. Okay. It's just
Do you have
stunning.
a specific color?
The blue is so rich and beautiful.
Okay.
I love it. Black and blue, both great, but they have a gorgeous multicolor pack. And I will say with a navy pen, I'm sorry, just soothe my soul now. But the navy, gorgeous, dark brown, dark green, like some beautiful colors.
Great. Okay, so Tulle pens.
Yeah.
Index cards.
Yes.
And highlighters for you.
Bic, highlighters. Thin. The little guys, not the fatties.
Yeah. I agree.
I guess this
that's fatty. We're going to leave that alone.
We're going to leave.
And then for me,
yes, we are going to leave that alone.
That's for those who actually are viewing our podcast and not listening. So if you view, you get extra little tidbits.
Yeah.
And then for me, same highlighters. Post-it notes, and then the folders.
Special folders.
And then tools, we say use your CRM. You need a good CRM.
Yep.
If you're in real estate, the referral maker one's great.
100%.
We both use it. Canva. Flodesk. ChatGPT. But you said we're not. Dropbox. Oh, yeah. Amen. Go out. Get them now at the stores nearest you. And to be sure, we've got to do this again because there's more that I think we can talk about.
We could talk favorite things in every aspect of life.
Yes. Because listen, we said our top 3 favorite things at an office store. We've got 600. So we'll keep going.
Yes.
All right.
Well, cheers to
highlighters.
My favorite things. Pink, no blue. Okay.
Thanks for joining us. If you loved this episode and know of someone who would find value in it, please spread the word and share it with a friend. We are passionate about redefining success, and it would mean the world if you could help us get our mission out to as many people as possible. Please take a minute to write a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. You can also hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest episodes. Connect with us on Instagram at Success Resequencing Project or via our website at www.successresequencing.com. We'd love to hear your story.